Yes. So explain that, because that is one thing that like people will ask me like, hey, what licensure should I look for? And so it's like, how would you advise that? Like,
So level of schooling matters, type of schooling matters, right? Like
Mhm.
each field is trained in different ways. So social workers actually are trained to manage caseloads. They're not trained to do like they're kind of a split, but they do more paperwork and caseloads. Their job usually as a social worker is meant to be more like CPS findings or DHS, depending on what state you live in. They have two different names. It's like, just the any like abuse allegations kind of thing, or they're there to help assist people with finding resources for living or welfare or things like that. Like they're meant to be, their programs are usually aimed more towards that. Now, some programs will split it and make sure there's a counseling component to it.
Mhm.
However, that's not their sole purpose, right? Their sole purpose as a social worker is to emphasize you're a caseworker and you're there to help offer resources to community and find them spots for that. So social workers totally can hold a therapy license in the state. It will be a LSW though, and they're going to have slightly different training. I've met some amazing though therapists that have a social work license that are actually
Yeah.
amazing. So you just want to see when they did it, what track they were in. Track meaning what program or what schooling side they went into. Did you go into case management side or were you in the
Right.
counseling side? Does that make sense? So that's the
That
one
makes
where I
a
always
huge
caution
difference.
people.
Yeah. We've had
Ginormous, right?
experience in my like with me and my kids, like some of them been one route, some of them been the other route, and it's yeah, it
You
makes a
can see the
huge
difference in
difference.
skills because
Yeah.
the amount of time spent on it, right?
Yeah.
Um, school like therapists and counselors are trained to do school therapy. School therapy is meant to be more like IEP, paperwork, like advocating for the kid in school. They aren't
Totally
taught as
different.
much on
Yeah.
counseling, right? So in this state, we're called LMHCs, which is a
When we're in
licensed mental health
Washington.
counselor.